Hey everyone, I'm Darren with Gabe's Cave. Before we get started with the video, I just want to say thank you to the sponsor. That's rpghiring.com. Make sure you check them out if you're looking for a new career. They're building people, changing lives. Today's video is a super cool one. We got to do an interview with Martin Klebba and hang out with him for a weekend and, run all over Arkansas. Super cool guy. If you ever see him anywhere, make sure you stop and say hello. Tell him that Gabe's Cave sent you and you saw him on here. I know he'll remember it. Like I said, he's a really cool guy. I don't know what else to say. We'll jump right into the interview and hope you enjoy it. Hey everyone, I'm here today with Martin Klebba, or Marty for short. How are you today, Marty?
I'm doing great, buddy. How are you?
Very, very good. Fantastic. We've had a fun day here, a fun weekend, and you still have tomorrow to go to another shop. Man, I'm just going to do a little interview now that you're in the house and we've been hanging out and everything. So I feel like this is just a random question so people get to know you a little better. We'll just get started off here. Who would win, a taco or a grilled cheese?
A taco.
Why?
I don't know. I guess they're an invasive species. I don't know.
I mean, just street smarts, man. What are you thinking? What's going to go on? What's going to happen in this? Narrate
Well, it
this fight
depends.
for
Is
me.
it a soft taco or is it a hard taco?
Just a taco. Your choice.
Yeah, I'm gonna still stay with the taco over the hamburger.
I'm with you. I think the taco as well.
Yep. I would stay with the taco.
Sure. Okay.
Tacos.
A little more serious here. What was your favorite role that you've ever done?
Well, I mean, everybody's gonna say, biggest thing I've done is Pirates, but
No, what's your favorite? Not what's your biggest.
my favorite was a character named Rollo in an NBC show called The Cape. It was about a cop who ends up being framed for something, and they think he's dead. So, and even his own family thinks he's dead. So, it was one of those shows you could sit down on a Sunday Sunday night with your family, and tune in each week to find out. And it was like a comic book.
Sure.
So, and that's it was. I played a bad guy. We were thieves, but we befriended this cop who's trying to get his life back. So even though we're doing a little bit of thievery and stuff, and my boss was Keith David, we're still trying to help this cop get his life back and destroy the actual evil guy.
Right. So not like bad, like really bad guys, just like some petty thieves trying to help. With good morals.
Yeah.
What was the most challenging role you've ever done?
Wow, because of the stunts, I would say it would have to have been Pirates, because I did. I would put in my hours with the actors, and then since I did all my own stunts, we would the second part of the day would be with the stunt guys.
Sure.
So I would be pulling double time, because if you could, if I can sell it as I'm there, then it's easier for the people that are watching the film to believe, oh yeah, that's got to be Johnny because there's Marty. So you're not going to think that there's a whole bunch of switchery going on.
Sure.
Even though insurance companies aren't going to insure a film if the number one guy on the call list is doing all his own stunts.
What's like a dream role or character you would love, movie character, whatever? What's one that you would love to be in or play?
I wish the MC Universe would bring in some of the Alpha Flight guys, and I would love to do Puck.
Okay.
So which is basically the Canadian X-Men.
Let me call him up.
Call who up? MCU?
Yeah.
If you got the hookup, call
Feige, what's his name? Kevin? Yeah, I'm gonna call him up for you.
Okay, you do that.
I don't know if you've ever been in any other comics, but I did notice earlier you are now in comics. How does it feel to be in some comics?
I was in some Pirates of the Caribbean comics, and I have four issues of it. But this is cool because what they got going on, they have me as the devil, which is pretty cool.
I saw that. Yeah, that was cool.
So it's cool because I get to sit around with the story creator and the artist that do all the work, and sign it, and then and then plus all the artists that work on the comic
Sure.
book get to sign it as well.
And that's who you're traveling with right now. And I keep saying Santa Claus. We're talking about none other than Rob Dieterle, actually, our good friend with Aquatos Comics, who's sitting right here with us as well. My next question actually is, do you like traveling with Santa Claus, a.k.a. Rob Dieterle?
I'd rather travel with Santa Claus. Rob's, a bit messy.
Is he?
No, not really. No.
Snores loud? Yeah.
Rob's good. No, I love Rob. I love doing shows with Rob and those guys.
You're good, Rob. You're good. We all love Rob.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, we love Rob. This question here is for my own personal. Did you get to keep any of the guns you carried around on Pirates?
No. The only thing that I have from Pirates is I have a necklace that I wore in that, and I have my shoes.
Okay, that's cool.
And yeah, that's it. Because if for some reason they need to, they bring you back, they have to have accounting for all that, so they can, they can. Oh, I lost that, or
Right.
They can't be trying to hunt down new stuff. So
Sure.
the shoes I have on display at my house, and the necklace is the same thing. It's with my shoes, and so I know where they're at if they ever brought Captain Jack back and never brought back.
Right. I didn't know this till today, and I thought they were messing with me. But you were on Jurassic World.
I worked on Jurassic World as doing stunts. You can actually see it on my TikTok. But there's a scene where, actually Chris Pratt talks about it on the Conan O'Brien and the Jimmy Kimmel Show, and they both ask him the same question. They do the same spiel about how, how is it that you can manage to act like you're wrestling with a dinosaur?
Mm-hmm.
And so then he goes into the story, talk about how, they brought me in as a stunt guy, and I'm in a green suit. I don't know if I was in a blue suit or a green suit, but
They have the little balls on it, or just it was like a mocap
that
suit.
They could digitally, like a mocap suit.
Yeah.
And so that I could, so I'm on top of him as like one of these flying T-Rex looking things, and then he's supposed to throw me off at the same time as Bryce Howard is hitting me with a shotgun.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And one of the times she accidentally hit me in the head, and I rolled off. I played dead like I was supposed to, and after they said cut and get up, and I'm bleeding a little bit, and Chris was like, "Oh my God, I think we killed Marty." And but it is what it is. You got to keep going. You can't go.
Just stay in it.
You can't call cut because
you're bleeding. Stay in it. Yeah.
You stay.
And that's a good actor. I was told to ask you, how was Broadway?
I like Broadway. If I could end my career, it would be on Broadway. I started off at Radio City Christmas Show. I did the Christmas show for 10 years, and then I did a 3-year national tour of The Wizard of Oz. We started with Roseanne as our witch, and then we moved to Eartha Kitt, which was one of the original Catwoman on Batman, and we had Mickey Rooney as the Wizard. Okay. So it was pretty cool to be on tour, doing a Broadway tour of The Wizard of Oz. It was.
And what all roles did you do?
I played Nico, which is the commander of the flying. Nico, which is commander of the flying monkeys.
Okay, yeah.
And a Lollipop Kid.
What would you want to do? You said you'd like to end on Broadway. What would you like to do if you could just anything that you can think of? What would you like to do on there?
I don't know. I don't know if maybe my favorite thing would just be to go back and do the Christmas show one last year, and then just walk off and retire.
And just be done. Retire, go home and relax.
I mean, we were doing 236 shows in 10 weeks.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's more than Broadway does in a year.
That's a lot.
Broadway does 8 shows a week, a Broadway show. We were doing...
Good Lord.
Yeah, we were doing 5 on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 6 on Saturday, 6 on Friday, 6 on Saturday, and 6 on Sunday.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you didn't go into acting, what would you want to do instead?
I wanted to become a police officer, or I wanted to go and do heavy machine operating, because my dad was a construction worker. And
I got you.
I love the smell of diesel fuel.
Diesel?
Oh, God, I love that.
Out of everybody in history, who would you want to have dinner with? Everybody. Anybody?
Jesus.
Man, that's a good one. Is there any future stuff you are working on that you can talk about? Don't get in trouble here. And
Yeah, I don't
if
have
this
any-
needs to be edited out, we'll edit out, and you guys will just hear a bunch of music and blanks, and we'll have a full conversation
Yeah.
that you can talk about.
No, I mean, I do have a series that's on Netflix right now.
I mean, shows, books, comic, anything, whatever, movies, anything you can talk about.
Well, if you could check out Netflix, you could see Pacific Rim: The Black.
Oh, I wanted to watch that.
I play an anime character named Spider. He looks like a little Jawa dude. And then Rob's comics, OMG Comics.
Aquatos, the new
Is it Aquatos or Aquatics?
Aquatos. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap up this interview here. I really appreciate you coming on here with us today.
Thank you guys for having me in here.
Absolutely. I'm glad you came in. It was fun hanging out with you this weekend, and I'm going to miss you tomorrow. I have a baby shower, and you are going to go hang out with the other Marty.
Yep.
And have fun with Rob and everything else. So
We'll have fun. Thank you guys for having me.
absolutely appreciate it. Such a fun interview with Martin Klebba. We hope you enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun hanging out with him. Really cool guy. He was here for a few days. We got to eat dinner with him, hang out, whatever. Go with him to a few different other comic shops and just travel around with him for a little bit. Like I said, really cool guy, and I hope you enjoyed the interview. We're gonna jump straight into the artist giveaway. We're giving away Dan Gorman. We'll run some. No, actually, you know what? No, we won't. Our editor is going to be on vacation, and we have a few other things that are going to be going on. So if you actually, the winners for Dan Gorman will be on Instagram and on Facebook. Yeah, I forgot to say that. So this is kind of improv there. So that's where they'll be at. So if you're looking for the winners, that's where you need to look for the next couple of weeks. Now we're going to go straight into this week's Artist Spotlight, and that is Logan Monette. We hope you enjoy the interview.
All right, we're back with another segment of Meet the Artist. Today we have Logan Monette. How's it going, Logan?
Not too bad. How are you doing, bud?
I'm doing fantastic, especially because I have these gorgeous cards in front of me here. Just amazing stuff. We're super stoked. We have a lot of Pokemon fans on the channel, so this is going to be a big deal. I guess to get into it, we always let everyone choose what they want to do on the art cards, and obviously you chose Pokemon. So just talk a little bit about why you chose Pokemon and why you did that.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess to be honest about the Pokemon, it was more out of greed, I would say. No, it wasn't about greed. Because I'm not making any money out of these besides, you guys supporting us. But it was mostly just the huge boom right now, and within the last, I won't say the last couple of years. I know exactly the time frame that got me back into Pokemon was when the Detective Pikachu movie came out, and I went to go see the movie with my ex-girlfriend's daughter. She didn't know anything about Pokemon, and I told her, I was like, "We're gonna see this for me, not for you. You can sit there and enjoy the movie, but this movie is for me." Like, I grew up as a '90s kid. I remember Pokemon, the year, 96, Red and Blue came out on the Game Boy, and that was the only thing I wanted for Christmas that year. So my parents got all their money together and got me both games, and from that point on, it was like Pokemon was everything for me, except like I didn't have any shirts. I wasn't that weird kid, because I was the only one in school that liked Pokemon, until somebody stole my Pokemon cards from my locker. But we won't get into that because that's still really sour. It hurts so much. But so fast forward to when Detective Pikachu came out, my love for Pokemon it sprouted. It was like a seed deep inside me that just kind of started growing. It was like, you have to get back into Pokemon. So fast forward a couple years now, and my current girlfriend, we started really getting into Pokemon together. We collect cards together. We got a lot of figures and stuff and Lego sets of Pokemon. And so once you sent out the invite, seeing if artists wanted to come on, I looked at her and I was like, I'm going to do all Pokemon. Like, that's my thing. I'm not going to stray away. I thought I could do some Star Wars since that's what I do. Or I could do Rick and Morty, things like that. Or even Marvel, but I was like, Pokemon is where it's at right now. And surprisingly, Pokemon's still so huge right now. I mean, we can barely find Pokemon cards in stores. And so I thought this would be a great opportunity, even though they're basically redraws of other Pokemon cards or images. I was like, I'm going to do something, and use my style for it and have fun with it. And especially seeing you guys did a lot with like giveaways of Pokemon stuff. So I was like, Celebrations just happened. I think I was working on the cards when Celebrations was going on. So that was like, oh, this is a perfect opportunity to get these all taken care of during this hype right now. And so I was like, you know what? And it's funny, like even like choosing the Pokemon I was going to draw, I was like, I'll do some of my favorites. It chose a couple of hers, like the Bidoof card that like she loves Bidoof right now. So I was like, I have to do a Bidoof. But the first one was a Mimikyu. So, I mean, without getting into the art too much, it was more about just like getting into the hype right now and being excited as a 33-year-old, feeling like my 7-year-old self, or not 7-year-olds, I was older than that, but feeling like my younger self and what would I have done with my skills now as a kid? Like, what would I have done, And so that's kind of what I wanted to do with this Pokemon cards.
That's a great story. And just speaking of your style, I guess the next question is, you have an interesting style, and I guess I just want to ask, what are the tools of the trade for you, and what's your process when creating these cards?
Yeah, so the tools, I actually have some right here. I guess I can put them up on camera for all the YouTube family. So I use like fine liners. They're Arteza fine liners. I don't know if you can kind of see those. Oh, nice. It just kind of come up. But they're just like super fine point. Like you can like, most people use them for like bullet journaling and stuff, or just like outlining your drawings and stuff. But I found a use for them doing these dots. I mean, they're advertised for doing pointillism and stuff, which is my style. So it's really weird, like, because I actually started out with like Sharpies and stuff when I started doing these drawings about 4 years ago. And that's kind of like what I did in college too, that I hated. So it's kind of funny that something I hated back in college is now like my profession. This is what I do for a living, even though sometimes I don't like what I do. And sometimes I'll like, go back to doing like something, I guess traditional, with some markers, but it's fun and tedious, but I enjoy it a lot.
And so how long do you think did it take you to do each card on average, would you say?
On average, I base my average about 4 to 7 hours mainly on the cards. But if you look at the Mimikyu card there, the fake Pikachu card, I actually recorded that because I was going to upload it to YouTube. And I timed it. I think it was 1 hour and 45 minutes that card took me, which is the least detailed card there. You can kind of tell. But I was like, oh, how fast can I get these? I was like, a lot of things are going on. So I was like trying to get it done as quickly as I can. But so that was like, I think my quickest card was the 1 hour and 45. And sorry, rocking the table. But normally it's about 4 to 5, 6 hours max, depending on how much details in the card.
Well, I know our viewers can't wait to get their hands on these and try to win these. I guess I want to ask, do you have any upcoming or ongoing projects that you want to talk about?
What I can say in secret is, no, I think it was just announced. I'm working on a Star Wars set currently, or well, not working on it yet. I'm still waiting to get those in. So hopefully get accepted into that set. Because Star Wars is my big thing with Topps. I have a set of Ultraman Series 2 from R.R. Parks. Other than that, like personal stuff, I have a lot of commissions. My commission list is pretty full still from last year. So I'm working on all those cards, as well as I'm in pre-production for a Kickstarter I'm starting at the end of the year, focusing on portraits. It's kind of really where I want to go with my art is I want to get into portraits. So it's like, I've done a few portraits on Star Wars characters and a few other characters. And it's like, yeah, I think this is what I want to do. And so like projects, that's pretty much about it right now.
I got you. Say someone wants to attempt to get on that huge commission list, or just wants to check out what you're doing in general. How can they find you?
The best way to find me would be to find me on Instagram. I actually don't get many commissions off of Instagram, but my Instagram is probably the best place to find like all my my work that I'm posting as much daily as I can. It's not that often, but you can find me at Lamb Studio, so LAM Studio, one word. Is probably the best way to find me. You can find me on Facebook, just Logan Monette. As long as you make sure it's this Logan Monette and not one in Chicago. I'm in Michigan. That makes it a little bit easier. There's another guy. I think he's trying to steal my identity. But yeah, so like that. I'm also on YouTube. The Art of Logan Monette is a good place to find me. You can see like work in progress videos, as well as like time lapse videos is mainly what I do, as well as live streams. I did before I did like commissions based off of live streams. So like I'll be working on a card, and like if somebody wanted it, you can yell dibs in the comments, and I'll draw a name, and they can purchase the card, whoever wins. So a lottery system. But mainly like just like if you find me at a Comic Con, you can commission me there. Typically I don't do commissions at cons because they do take so much time and effort to do these drawings. But yeah. Social media is probably the best. Instagram's definitely the easiest way to get a hold of me.
All right. I appreciate you coming on and talking with us, Logan. I know our viewers can't wait to get these cards, and I'll see you next time.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and I appreciate you guys letting me be on Series 3. Right? This is Series 3. Yeah. So I'm hoping to hopefully come on for future sets if you guys ever do any more.
Thanks again, Logan, for doing the interview with us. Awesome artwork, and I'm sure everybody will love it. If you do love it, make sure you check him out. And if you want to know how to win some of these cards, all you have to do is like, subscribe, and click that first link in the description, the giveaways link there. Fill it out, make sure it's all done properly. Therefore, we can send it out to you if you win. And it's that simple, easy peasy, it's free. You don't have to pay for shipping, nothing. You just get a card in the mail if you win. I want to thank our sponsor one more time. That's RPG, rpghiring.com. Make sure you check them out if you're looking for a new career. They're building people, changing lives. And, stick around for whatever else shows that we have on the channel coming up. I know I've got some cool ideas coming up, and we'll see you next week.